Hey everyone, this is Keith Williams. I've had a few people ask me for advice on how to play this game threes better, so I figured I'd make a video and just talk over while I play through it. You can see this is my iPhone. I've gotten up to the 3072 tile, which is the 11th level. I've actually gotten to the 6144, which is this 12th guy that's not here, but apparently when you delete the game and reinstall it, it doesn't save that. So on my iPad I have 6144, but here I got to play just with the 3072. The reason that's important is when you play with what's called boost mode, you start 3 levels below. So since I've gotten to the 3072 whale end, I automatically start with a 384 on the board. So when you have 6144, you get to start with the 768, which saves you a few minutes every time you play. So here I'm going to play through just from the beginning. So the first few levels are really easy and they're very forgiving because you can make a lot of mistakes and it's easy to combine things just by moving things around because everything's so low in number. What I like to do is I like to combine and put everything towards the bottom left corner. So the biggest tile I'm hoping is always going to be in the bottom left corner. That way it's not getting in the way of other tiles. So here I've got a 24 and see, this isn't too much of a problem here. That 1 that's up in the upper left isn't going to be there for too long. One of the key things I like to do is limit the number of places that a new tile can come in. So when I move to the left, you can see there's only one row that's going to move. So that's where the new tile has to come in. And since there's a 2 there, that's going to pair nicely with the 1 that's coming in. And now I'll just keep moving everything around. I could move up and then move to the left and combine those 24s. I don't know if I want this blue tile to come in right next to the 24. It's better if it's toward the extremities because once you get the red and blue tiles, the 1 and 2 tiles, stuck next to the big tiles, that's when you start to have problems. So instead, I'm going to try to combine this 3 with the other 3 and then see if I can make that 6 into a 12 and then push everything down. So now I've got this red coming in. You can see that red's going to be forced in that second column, so I can push it over. And now I've gotten myself a much better board. So I'm just going to play through quickly here. And that 2 is going to have to do something with that 2 quickly. There we go. See, there's plenty of places that I could kind of mess up, I guess, here, but it doesn't take too long for me to correct that. All right, so sometimes it gets a little boring because you keep pulling down every single time. So now I'm up to 96. Now, question, where do I want this blue to come in? You'll see if I pull down, it's probably going to be blocked off from that 2 by other tiles. So what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to pull up here and then just pull back down. Okay. Now I've got a big one coming in, which is nice because I can pull up here and it's going to pop in where I'd like to have it. The problem with this is if I pull over, and I'll do this just because it's not going to hurt me too much. If I pull over and I get a 1 or a 2 coming in next, I have to move either this 12 out of the way or this 6 on the left over. Not a big deal here because now I'm just going to combine and make 24 and then make another 48. But when you get into higher levels, you might have, say, a 384 and a 192 in the bottom 2 with a 768 next to it, and you're going to have to move one of them, and that's not pretty. So I'm just going to blaze through this a little bit more and see if we come to another sticky situation. Yeah. See, one of the things you have to do in this game is play a little bit slowly. Sometimes it's easy to get on autopilot like I did there. And what happened was I just completely missed that a big tile was coming out. Not too big of a deal here, but when I get up and I start getting, I don't know, 96s popping in, then I'm going to have to be a little bit more cautious about what I do. So I got lucky there. That 2 got put in that position. When the 1s and 2s aren't in the extremities, or sorry, they aren't in the next to the 96 in this case, for example, it's not really a big deal. so let's see. You combine these 6s and make it 12, pull down, but now you see I have this stupid big thing coming up. When the big ones are coming in, it can be nice because you can pull up and see I can pull up, and I'm going to combine these 48s next, make the 96, and then get to the 192. The one problem I can foresee there is that if I get a red up next, I'm not going to be able to do much with it, because if I have to move left next, I'm going to have 3 reds on the right. I don't really want that too much, so unfortunately there's not much else I can do here. I could do this, but then if that comes in the second column and a blue one comes in next, then I'm going to have to put those blues to the left, and yeah, not looking too good. So we'll see what happens here. All right, that's okay. Now if I pull down, that red should be able to take out that red up top. All right, here's a potential danger area. See that 3 in the second column, third row, just diagonal from the 192? That could be a problem. If that gets stuck in there, it's going to be very hard to make anything worthwhile. So I have 2 ways I can handle this. I can either pull this up and ditch another 3 down the bottom, but then 6 and 12 are going to be above it. Or I can try to pull this 1 down into the 2. So this will be okay. All right, what do I want to do with this? I could probably pull down 2 levels because this is going to make a 12, and then, well, now it's not going to work. All right, now we're safe. Now I could pull this down. I'll get that 2 in that spot, which I think is okay here, because I know I'm going to be able to kill it with this 1. And now make a 6, and I'm going to make a few more 6s. Now, here's what I was talking about with those big guys again. If I pull over, the big guy is going to come into the left, which is great because if it's a 24, it's going to be in perfect position. I can even move this guy over 1 more to kill off the 2 and the 1. I would say among anything you can focus on in this game, combining 2s and 1s is probably the most important. Because they don't really do anything good. Even with a 3, they're not that good, but I'd rather have 1 3 than a 2 and a 1, or 2 2s and 2 1s lying around. All right, so I can pull this up and ditch that in the bottom, which is going to be great if it works out. And actually, I'm going to pull this back down. This is a little multi-step maneuver. It's perfectly fine to put a higher or a lower ranking tile inside a higher ranking tile, like I did there with the 12 and the 24. Just because it's often very easy to combine something else outside it. So now I'm going to have to probably put that, I bet it's going to put that blue one at the upper left corner. Nope. All right, I'm going to do a little maneuvering here. Now I'm going to keep pushing over until I get a blue one out, because I can expect a blue one pretty soon. There, I did the same thing there. And now I've got that 2 stuck there, which is that 3, sorry, which doesn't look too good. So I have to pull right, because if I pull up and I get that red one next to the 96, that's not going to be good. All right, watch this. No, it's not going to work, actually. So we'll forget it for now. Okay, now I'm risking, if I pull over here, I'm risking getting a 24 or 48 stuck above there. What I'm going to do is I don't ever want to put 1 or 2 in this bottom right corner just to be isolated, but I can isolate a bigger tile, especially if it's going to be one of those guys. That's very helpful for me. So now I'm going to make this a 6, pull the 6 over, dump it down, make a 48. All right, looking good now. Okay, pull back left. Now that 48 was very nice for me. And I don't know what I'm going to do with that 2 in the corner. What I probably could do is just make this a 6, double it to 12, and then, yeah, now I've taken it out of isolation. Okay. When you start to get these bigger tiles, the question you want to ask yourself is, what is my goal? You don't want to just pull things and try to combine things at random. You want to focus on one area. So I've got two 48s here. I could combine them, but that's going to be hard to move that 48 over twice, especially because it's blocked right now. So I want to just make a 48 somewhere else, and I can do that on the left side. It's going to be easier, I think. So that's going to be my goal right now. And now here's where I'm going to have some problems because I'm going to start getting these 2s. Now, what happens if I pull down here and I get a 12, and then the next tile is a 3? Now I have to do a little scrambling. It's going to be safe because I have an out there. It's a 6, that's all right. I can play with that. Now, if this were going to be a 3, I would have to pull up here. Better to stay alive than to die. But luckily I didn't have to do that, so... Alright. I know blue's coming out pretty soon just because of the way the game works. So if I do this now and I get a 3 next, and then the 1 comes after that, I'm not going to be able to put that 1 where I want. So I'm going to actually do this, pull down, and now I've got a 1 set up nicely. Combine those. Should be expecting another 3 pretty soon, another 1 pretty soon. But that shouldn't be a problem because I can combine all the way down, and now I'm in good shape there. Alright, I got one of these big ones coming out. If it's a 24, that's okay. If it's 6 or 12, that's great. So I'm just going to combine them straight across. And now I'm using this 2 as a blockade. So if once I combine this 48 over here, I can move it back left, or back right, and it's not going to move. The one below it's not going to move. So combine those. Okay, I'm going to combine those guys. And now I can make the 2 384s and a 768. You know, it's strange because I've gotten really good at just playing the game and not thinking about what my moves actually are. It took me about 7 or 8 months to get to the what was that, the 3072 the first time. But now I think I get it once every 8 games or so. So it's definitely something that could be learned. Okay, I'm going to back up here. Now if I pull here, I can combine to 48 and get a red where I want it. So I'll do that. And I think I'm just going to kill some time until I get another red out here. Okay. Now I've got that blue guy exactly where I do not want him. This could be an issue. But if I get a red up next, then I'll be okay. Sometimes moving backwards in this game is better than moving forwards. And I think that's the most counterintuitive part of the game that has taken me the longest to understand at a level where I'm not really thinking about it all that much. So now, if I put this down, that 2 is going to be stuck there, and if I have to move right, then the 1 that comes in, or the 2 that comes in next, could get stuck in that bottom left. So I think I'm going to move around a little bit. There are very few circumstances in which it's okay to move the big guy out. I mean, obviously, if you're about to die, you want to do that, but not if you're just kind of moving around and trying to figure out what to do. Okay, so I could move this back, make a 48. But I think I'd rather try to make a 192 on the left. Okay, so now if I do this, if I get a 24, it's going to be, anything I get here is going to be okay. 96 would be great. See, that's great. So I just combine those. move them down. And I'm actually, this is going to look weird for a second, but I'm going to do that first. Maybe just play around. There we go. Great. Okay, if I do this now, that 3 is going to come in. There's a 2 out of 3 chance it's going to come in below the 96 or below that 192, which would still put it below the 96 when I combine. So I'm going to leave them alone for now and just kill some more time because I'm expecting to get a few ones pretty soon. But that's not good. I mean, it's not bad either, but it's not ideal. So still killing time, waiting for those so I can pull this back now. I'm expecting to get a blue next. There it is. Okay, I'm gonna get a nice red. So let's do this. I'm gonna start to scramble a little bit. Okay, let's see if I get this 24. That'd be great. 48 is not perfect, but I'm gonna move it here so I can get it back. Combine these two to give me something to push over. And now I've got way too many reds. So I can expect a lot of blues to come right now. I want to get rid of that 2 that's stuck there. I'm going to bring that. Oh, that's lucky. That's lucky too. Ooh, very nice. All right, so now I'm going to combine everything. A lot of the time, you have to do a little adjustment before you are able to combine a bunch of things into a brand new tile. But I got pretty lucky there. Just happened to drop in the right spots. Okay, getting a lot of blues here, so I'm going to have to kill time. Oh, there we go. Let's see, I'm expecting a 2 to come out very soon. So if I pull this, see, that's gonna, so the problem there is if I do that, I get a 2 next. I pull the 12 over into the other 12. The 2 comes in behind that 1, and then I'm gonna have to combine the 24 with the 24 on row 3, and that's gonna pull that blue one right in next to it. I don't want that, so I'm gonna have to do something else first. All right. I think this will work out okay. Okay, now this is going to be a situation I don't want to be in. I'm going to pull this up. That 1 might come in there. That's fine. I can deal with this one, I guess. I'm just going to put that back down because I don't want to have to deal with a 2 in the bottom. Okay. So here what I can do is I can pull this up. Those 24s are going to pair nicely. I'm going to move this up 1 more so that when I pull in that next 1, it's going to sit in a spot where it's not going to move over and I pull over next. So now I have the ones in rows 2 and 4. I pull left, and they're going to stay where they are. Okay, so I can pull that in, hope for something big. That's nice. Set up for the 2 to come in. Now set up for another 2 to come in. All right, looking pretty good now. Now this is a nice trick I like to do. This looks weird, but when I do that, they're going to combine. Now I've gotten those out of the way. I think that's one of those little tricks that I've learned that I haven't really thought about at all. But it works, so why not? So what do I do here? If I do this, and a 2 comes in next, I can move left. If this comes in like this, and that 2 comes in, well, I guess that's okay. but now the 2 didn't come in, so I'm gonna scramble a little bit here. I'm gonna combine. Ooh, that's not gonna work. Let's try this. I hate to do this, but I gotta put that 96 on the inside of the 48, or else it's gonna just be totally screwed. Okay, that's fine. I can deal with that. Ooh, very nice. I got a nice clean border now, and actually, since I don't have anything big, once I pull up and left, I can pull that 3 in nice. That'll work very well. Okay. Ooh, and that's what happens when you're not paying attention and your finger slips. Luckily, it came in a nice spot, so just a little bit of scrambling I'm going to do here. Combine those guys, pull these down, line up that 2 with the 1, just so nothing bad happens with it. All right, now I have to move around a lot here, and I don't like this, especially if it's going to give me a bunch of 2s. Okay. Still a lot of scrambling here, but nothing too dangerous quite yet. Right, good thing I can do that. I wasn't really paying attention. All right, now I'll get these together, and I'm gonna just combine this 96 because I want it out of the way. This is where I'm getting into trouble now. Ooh, especially if that guy's coming in. But I can pull him here. That's 3 down. Maybe we'll get a big one. And then I'll just have to combine these guys up. Oh, I want that 1 in here. Oh, man. Now it's really hammering it to me. So here's the problem. If I pull down here and a 12 or a 24 pops in where that 24 is right now, it's going to be impossible to get out of that. So I'm going to have to do something else. I can't do that because it's just going to isolate everything. This is not what I wanted to see. That was kind of a dumb move on my part. Okay. Okay, so 2 options here. I can pull up. Yeah, I have to do that. All right, I survived that one. Got lucky though. A lot of the time, I think this game is like poker. If you're playing in a poker tournament, you can be the world's best player but just get a crappy draw and get knocked out immediately. Even if you got a 95% chance of winning a hand, for example. All right, just gotta hope something. No, do I want to do that? All right, so now here's a problem. If I pull up here, if I get a 48, I'm in trouble. But actually, if I get a 24 either, that's gonna be a problem. Okay, now I gotta have to hope that I get a good run here. Okay, looks like I'll be able to combine all of these and actually get a 384 out of it. Ooh, this could be nice. Oh, sweet. Kind of screwed myself though. I'm gonna do this. This is gonna look weird, but I'm gonna put this here because I don't want to get rid of that. You'll see what I'm about to do here. So I didn't want to get rid of that 384 that I was about to make. I guess I could pull down here and then go across, but I'd rather get rid of this 2 first. It'll even let me. Okay, there's the 1 I was hoping for. All those. Now I'm going to get that 96. That's going to be great right in that corner. Right where it's supposed to be. Pull these guys up. All right, we're looking good right now, except for that. It's one move can kind of screw everything over. Okay, see, this is going to be an intermediary move. So I'm going to move that there, and that's going to buy me a better position right now. Pull this down because I'm expecting to get a 1. A little more moving around. Oof, bad timing for that. So I don't have much of a choice here. I'm going to have to go there, hope it's something small-ish. And now I got to hope that that red one pops above the 24 that I'm pulling down. Now that'll work too. So I can just move around a little bit. See, now I don't like that 2 that's stuck there. There you go. Now you're gone. Move this 3 up here. Maybe I can make something out of it. Okay. Oh, wow. So I'm about to make the 3072 here. So I've got a nice chain that I've set up. Just got to play it right. There we go. Let's move that 1 into position so it can get taken out. Okay, nice little backstop. Move around a little bit more. Now I got a big one coming in. Good timing for that. Combine it there, actually. Now I've got the 3072. All right. I've got some breathing room because there's only 7 tiles on there. See what I can do with that. Oof. See, you dope. Well, I can move it back here. So once again, I wasn't paying attention to what was coming out next, and it drops a 384 right on top of me. I think this should work out okay. So now, remember when I was talking about goals earlier? My goal here is to, I actually want to keep that 384 there. Maybe that's something completely strategic otherwise. All right, I'm okay having that 3 in the upper left. Ooh, I can combine these next, but I don't really want to yet. It's okay to have a bigger tile outside. So you see I have this 384 outside the 96 on the left side. It's okay to have a bigger tile if they're not in order, but it becomes very hard to combine them. So now I have to work around this 768 to get another 96. So let's just see what I can do with this. Come on. Where's that damn... There we go. There's a blue tile. Gotta leave that top open so I can... That's not where I wanted you to drop in. Okay, so right now I'm working on getting this 96 together. Pull up and then pull back down. Oh, crap. Oh, jeez. That was not good timing right there. So I could do that and hope it gets pulled into the upper left, but the odds of that are pretty low, and then I'm just kind of screwed. Could pull down here. Those 6s are going to combine to a 24, but I'm still dealing with a 96 or the best case scenario up top. I could go there, and that big one stuck on the wrong side of a 6, but I'm about to combine these guys into a 24, so that might be the best move. Can't do that. And I guess I could do this too, but something's hitting me wrong about it. So I'm gonna take this risk here. I need a 3, and if you keep giving me 1s, this is not going to be a good game. So, how do I leave myself an out? If I do that, I'm kind of screwed, but I'm probably screwed either way unless I get a 2 next. If I don't get a 2 and I pull down here, it's all over. I'm going to take that chance. Got lucky. Told you this game's all about luck to some extent. Obviously, being pretty good at it helps too. Man, that's no good because putting 3 in a row like this is probably almost never a good idea just because if you have to pair with that 24 in the middle, if I go up and combine them that way, it's too high. If I combine them that way, they're too low. So it's better to keep just 2 in a row. Actually, I'm going to try this. That's not going to work. Try doing this. Ugh, I don't like that either. Okay. Over a 2. Okay, good luck. Now, if I do this, I could get lucky and have it up the top left, and that'd be great. But do I want to take that chance? At this point, I'm kind of thinking about it, actually. I could do this. Gambler's fallacy. I've gotten lucky so far. Is it going to hold? All right, try it. Damn it. Didn't work. So now I have a limited amount of space to work with. So I'm going to combine, get a 3 here. Oh, you suck. All right. I can combine a bunch of stuff here, which is going to be nice for me. So let's do this. Make it 12 there. 24 up, back. 96. Okay. Not where I wanted it. It's forcing me to go up here. Can I wait for something else to come? Yeah, now alright. Lucky me. I've gotten really lucky in this game. It's not going to hold out forever. I can tell you that much. Could do that. Hope for the bottom, but yeah. Well, actually, might have to be priority number 1 right now. Or I could just keep messing around like this. What do I do? Come on, 384. Nice. Wow. Wow. That is some luck right there. And you're just paying me back for not giving me that tie on the position I wanted last time. Really no place to be negotiating for anything. On the right, please. Oh, you suck. Now, as you can see, I'm kind of in trouble. Hope a red one's going to come out soon. Whenever you're ready, red guy. Okay. Yeah, see, I don't want to put it over here because if it comes in the top, then I have some issues probably. I got the red I wanted. Well, that's one hell of a way to lose a game like that. Oh well, at least I get a bunch of extra points. So there's nowhere I can put this where it's going to come in next to something good. So there we are. It was a good game, and I hope you learned something from it.